New York shit, NoMercyTV.com, all that good stuff, man. Another day, another live stream. Feel me? We here. You already know what time it is. Man, champ. Bad work. Extremely bad work. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit that like button. You know what I mean? Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this because I've been seeing this pop up on my Instagram, pop up on my YouTube, and this is one of those slippery slope kind of situations. You feel what I'm saying? Because yeah, on one end you got something that was done wrong, but at the same time you also got somebody who really did some sucker shit. You feel me? And that's just what it is. You know, it's more layered than most situations. You feel me? Most situations that usually just be like point blank, yo, this is what happened. But then it's like, you know, so a couple of days ago, let me not even say a couple of days ago because I want to say over the past couple of weeks, right? Math Hoffa been going at it with the what's called the quote unquote dark side. You feel me? Those are all the gang and the jail and you know all them kind of people that's on YouTube. And you know, Math, I don't want to say he invited the energy, but it's one of those things where he kind of should have fell back. You feel me? Because these guys play a completely different ball game. What I mean by that is these guys don't care about the channel getting taken down. They don't care about getting flagged. They don't care about none of that. These guys are just out for blood. They are sharks in the water. This is like that movie Deep Blue Sea. You feel what I'm saying? And Math Hoffa is looking like Samuel L. Jackson right now. If you remember how that movie went, you know what I'm talking about. You feel me? But it's so he kind of been going back and forth with him and China was going back and forth at one point. And him and Hassan started going at it, right? Him and Hassan Campbell. They start going at it for whatever reason. Hassan done been on the show before. It's I'm not sure exactly what triggered the back and forth. But what I do know is, you know, Math was posting clips from the show, making fun of him, talking about, you know, he's touching people and, you know, stuff like that. And Hassan was just on some, yo, you better like relax before I expose some shit. You know, now this is the funny thing. I remember when Champ first left MEO, he did Queens Flip podcast, and if you remember that episode, Math called up and him and Champ was going at it, right? Both of them said about the other that, yo, I got some shit on you, blah, blah, blah. So now we kind of figured out what that is. We know one side of that was Math having the footage of, you know, Math having the Champ, the footage of Champ stealing from Bimmy and everything. And then we know Champ had what he released now, which now we know it came from Champ, the pics of Math's ex with the, you know, with the bruises and everything. So now we know what that was about. 050, what up? You feel me? Listen, we're not trying to do this 050, excuse me. We're not trying to do this 050 versus battle rap thing. You feel me? We know what type time y'all on. We know y'all do not care. We know y'all don't care about channels getting flagged. Y'all don't care about strikes. Y'all niggas just out for blood. So I think battle rap, we trying to keep our channels. We trying to relax. You feel what I'm saying? So don't bring that bullshit over here. But salute the 050. Salute the China Brim. Salute the Harlem Legend. You know, all I see is just them, you know, giving their takes and speaking their mind on shit. You feel me? But in terms of this whole Champ thing, so Hassan does a blog and he's putting out there that Math was like, you know, beating his girl or whatever, right? He's saying that. He's saying he got receipts, he got pictures, he got videos and all this other good shit. But for me, right, I'm gonna tell y'all how I look at things. Hassan was talking too confidently. He was talking too confidently to where I was like, okay, he got something. You can tell if you really smart enough and you in tune with just how people work. You know when somebody bluffing and when somebody really got something. Hassan was a little too calm. He was too relaxed. He was too poised. When I seen that, I'm like, nah, son definitely got something. The confidence is a little bit it's too there. Like, so you know he got something. So he said what he said on his first blog. Then Math dropped something, I feel like, I don't know, maybe trying to do a little bit of damage control or negate it or whatever the case is. And then Hassan actually drops the photos and everything like that of, Math's girl having like the bruises and, things of that nature, right? So let me say this, right? First of all, relationship stuff happens. You feel what I'm saying? Not that I'm not condoning no type of abuse, no type of domestic violence or anything like that, right? But people tend to pick and choose how they handle those situations. So like, you'll have the females that it'll happen to them and they'll leave. And then you have the females that it'll happen and they'll stay. From what I've seen, Math and his girl seem to, still be together. So you have those sides to it where it's like the girl is just on some, no matter what happens, like I'm down type shit. You feel me? So when it's like that, no amount of it getting exposed or people talking about it or whatever the case is, no amount of that is going to change the girl's mind. Like, she done already made up her mind already. She know where she going. She know where she, going home to or whatever the case is. This is not going to change that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, my thing is, Tasha K got a hold of all these files. You feel me? Tasha K, y'all know she got a huge platform. She owe Cardi still $50 billion or whatever the case is. So she's still working, trying to get that money up. So she gonna grab onto any little story she can. And she reported on Math before. If y'all forgot, when Math went through the situation with Kiki Hardbody, which we still have not heard nothing from Kiki, that whole shit looked super shaky. We ain't even gonna talk about that, but I did see Hassan was trying to use that to come at Math. And it's like, bro, if you don't know, Kiki, she got pretty much exiled from battle rap because the whole way that her story got unfolded, it looked a little shaky. She got her little GoFundMe money, and she just like ran off. She said she was getting a lawyer. That never happened. Like, nothing ever came of that. So people started looking at her crazy. And this is one of the things, like, when people outside of battle rap don't know the full story behind certain things, it kind of make you look like you just, trying to grab at everything, or just that you're not fully informed. Kiki just disappeared. She came out, she said her piece, Mav said his piece, she did the whole GoFundMe thing, and then she just like disappeared. She said she had all these receipts. She said she had all of this that was gonna come out, and then nothing ever happened. The only thing that happened was she got some money and she basically ran off with it. You understand? So her story is not looked at as being credible in a lot of people's eyes because of what she did. So that kind of vindicated Math in a sense. Like, if y'all remember that horrible live that Math did when that happened, he playing his mixtape at the beginning, he looking all sad and shit like that. I genuinely felt like Math was on some, I don't know how to handle this because this is completely false. You feel what I'm saying? So that whole shit was just crazy. So when Hassan was doing that and he was bringing up that situation, it's like, that is not really a valid enough thing to use against Math. You feel what I'm saying? So Math was looking shaky. Did she or did she leave? Kiki doing holistic content now. So yeah, I don't know what in terms of like that whole Kiki shit, that shit just looks stupid. So when Hassan he talked about that, then he bring up the domestic abuse situation, right? And I see Tasha K posted about it. She made a she said that she mentioned it in a live that she did, I think yesterday or the day before, but she made a community post posting all of the pictures. And one of the pictures that she posted, it showed that this was Mav's girl or whatever reaching out to Champ, like she says the name, she addressed him by Champ, and he's texting her back and responding to her, whatever like that. So that tells you that Champ is the one who leaked all of these pictures, right? So now this is what I'm gonna say. The audio I didn't hear. Shaq, what up? The audio I didn't hear. I didn't know there was audio. All I seen was the picture. So I gotta get this audio. If somebody could send it to me, hit my my DM, my Instagram, or my Twitter at NoMercyHarlem, and we'll probably play it on the show Saturday or something like that. We'll probably talk about it on the show. I've been talking to the guys, but mostly XL. I don't think he really care to talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about this on Saturday. You know what I mean? But yeah, like once Tasha K showed that, I'm like, oh, so it's Champ that was, sending all this shit around. So in my mind, right, this is what I'll say about Champ. The Bimmy thing came out with Champ stealing the credit card and all that other shit, right? You didn't take time to address that. You let all these weeks go by of that situation coming out and Math dropping all these episodes, talking about the situation, et cetera, right? Big Al, what up? Now, you wait and start leaking these photos and stuff like that. First of all, that woman told you that in confidence, right? I don't think when she told you that she was intending for you to go public with it. It was something that she told you in confidence, and she wanted, I guess, you to basically, be there for her because you was around Math, you was rolling with him at the time. And women tend to do this. If you've been around enough women, you already know sometimes when situations get hairy and they feel like they can't talk to you for whatever odd reason, they'll try to talk to like your best friend or whoever they feel is the closest to you at the time, so they can kind of have a kind of like a shoulder to lean on. It don't necessarily mean she trying to cheat or nothing like that. Women during those really rough patches, they're trying to find somebody to lean on, but they want their message to get across to you. So they're going to go find the closest person to you, whether that be a close friend, a parent, a brother or a sister. They're going to try to lean on somebody when y'all two are going at it. She might be scared to approach you because she know you mad and you ain't trying to hear the bullshit that she's saying. You feel me? That's how all relationships go. But when she went and told Champ that, she told him that in confidence, and if she wanted to go public with it, she would have just did it herself. You feel what I'm saying? So me personally, and it's just me, I'm not trying to sway how anybody else think, but I think for Champ to do that, and his issue was with Math, that to me was some sucker shit. You feel me? For him to leak those photos that he was sent in private. You feel me? So I thought that was some bullshit. That was some sucker shit. If she wanted to go to the police, she could have did that. If she wanted to air it out in public and destroy Math's career in her own way, she could have did that. But she chose not to do that. She chose to confide in somebody, and then the person she confided in just straight up went on a crash out mission and just made the shit public. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that shit is corny. I think that shit is corny. And it's crazy because Champ, he one of them guys that parade himself like he's a real one and, all this other XYZ shit. But then you stealing. A woman confiding you air it out to the public. You feel what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff, that's not what makes people solid. You understand? That actually damages your credibility to where people like me start looking at you like you just straight up goofy. You feel what I'm saying? Especially the fact that you did not address stealing them credit cards. That's the first thing that should have been addressed. Like if you was going to retaliate or have something to say in terms of, whatever the situation was with Bimmy, that's the first thing you should have did. Because guess what? You didn't drop nothing on Bimmy. He the one that went on Math Hoffa platform and told the whole story. You understand? You going at Math, where's the energy towards Bimmy? You get what I'm saying? So that's why to me, like, that was some sucker shit. Like, I can't respect Champ for that. That was goofy. That was next level goofy. And then for Tasha K clout chasing ass to, post it, now it's going to reach an even bigger platform, which is definitely going to be damaging. It's definitely going to be damaging. You know what I mean? Because all this relationship shit is cool, but you got some people who are just like, they don't care about that. Beating women, that's a no-no, XYZ. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people are not going to take time to understand the emotions behind it. People are not going to take time to understand the quote-unquote story behind it. Some people are just triggered by that, and rightfully so, because you have a lot of people out here who've been abused. You know what I mean? Like, women who've been abused, men who've been abused. Like, there's some people who are just, when it comes to domestic situations, their first reaction is going to be, nah, we ain't rocking with that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's something that can really, damage his platform bad. You get me? So, this has just been a full-on crash out saga. Like, this shit is real interesting how everything is unfolding. You understand what I'm saying? Because the shit, I guess, because Champ is in a much lesser light, it's not going to have the same effect on him that this is going to have on Math. Because people, cancel culture is prevalent nowadays. So they start canceling you. People start unsubscribing from your platform and, different things like that. You start losing sponsors and everything. And that's bad. That's bad. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't condone and no, domestic violence or any women beating of any kind. You feel me? Like, that shit is just, but again, she told you that stuff in confidence, that it wasn't gonna, be a public situation. So I think for him to bring that to light was like, some bullshit. So, it's just weird. It's just weird. You feel what I'm saying? But shout out to the chat, man. Talk to me. I don't know if maybe the chat's slow or if y'all, just in tune listening, whatever the case is. But yeah, that shit is that shit wild. That shit wild, you know what I mean? Some there's gonna be some things that's gonna be hard to, really come back from. And I seen Math say, yo, the person who, leaked it is gonna be dealt with. Well, thanks to Tasha K, now we know who put it out. You feel what I'm saying? Because at first I had no idea where this was coming from. I had no idea where that shit was coming from. And then Tasha K made that post, and you see Champ name clear and visible in this shit. And it's like, huh? So this was Champ's doing this. This was Champ getting his get back. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, at what cost? Like, you're going to lose your credibility. You're going to lose any type of support you had. Like, he was already losing that considering he stole from Bimmy. But I feel like because he's not really super known like that, he could have, made a platform and started building himself back up and, all that other shit. But now you do something like this, it's like, how are people supposed to trust you? And I think that's really what this comes down to, because now credit card situation, stealing out the house, people letting you into their cribs and you stealing, now they can't trust you because of that. Then you got people confiding in you, trying to tell you, something that's going on, because they don't want to go to the public. They just trying to use you as like a proxy to get through to another person. And then because you beefing with that person now, you make that shit public. Like, nah, like, that's another trust issue. You feel what I'm saying? So now what is showing is that people can't let you in close. People can't let you in around them, because all you're going to do is steal. All you're going to do is expose, And I also think women, when they do confide in people, they have to be better with their choices of who they confide in. You understand what I'm saying? And I say that because you'll never know if this man and that person will start beefing at some point down the line. You know what I mean? I think at this point, right, and this is no diss to Math, but you don't want to confide in anybody that's an MEO co-host. You know why? Because they all end up falling out with Math at some point. You feel me? So if you confide in the MEO co-host, know that at some point, that person and Math are going to be going at it, or they're going to separate, and they might use it to, air out their differences with Math at some point. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is just, at this point, it's just the law of the land. You feel what I'm saying? So, y'all just got to be smart in who y'all confide in. You know what I mean? Go for a brother, a sister, go for a family member or something. You feel me? Or shit, if you need counseling, go for that. But to be trying to confide in somebody who's really not legit family, you see how that goes. Now you end up on Tasha K and Hassan Campbell with all your business out there to millions of people, and that's going to be damaging to the person who you really care about. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's just crazy how that shit unfolded. But, just wanted to come here and talk about that real quick. It's kind of crazy how evil genius Champ. You feel me? Champ going to the Apple store to buy supercomputers and shit to unveil his evil plan. And then this was his evil plan all along. You feel me? If you watch that episode of Let's Shop This Fable, you know where that reference comes from. So that's crazy. That is crazy. You feel me? So let me go ahead and get out of here. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I will holla at y'all soon. Y'all stay safe out there. And I'll be back soon. Y'all already know what time it is. Bye.